We're back with y'all's favorite white trash TV. We're here for it, apparently. Um, that video is my best. Listen, I'm a small channel, right? Not too many views, but I'll take what I can get. So that video alone performed better in 3 days than any video that I had ever posted prior. Podcasts, solo videos, anything. So we're here for Love for the Ages. We're here for it. But there are going to be some slight changes. Now calm down, okay? Calm down, because it's not going to be too bad, right? I just need to make sure that I'm not getting any copyright violations, because the first time that I uploaded the first part of this video, and if you haven't watched that, go back and watch that before you watch this one, because it's not going to make any sense. I uploaded it, and I immediately got a copyright violation. So there might be some more like explanation as to what happens in a scene rather than me actually showing you, because I think I can only play X amount long of a clip, let's say, of this show before I get copyrighted. And listen, I want to give you guys exactly what you want, which it seems to be more of this white trash show. I can only do that, though, if I regard certain copyright laws, I guess. So, without further ado, we're going to get right back into this bullshit. I want to watch this show for you guys. I hate this show. This show has to be like the worst thing that I've ever watched, because it's so like just raunchy. But we're here for it, and we're gonna watch it. So, anyways, without further ado,
Have you ever dated an older woman?
Oh, for sure.
You have? Okay.
I am a male entertainer. Hashtag stripper.
so cool,
Dating a
right?
woman.
So cool. We're not in this for anything other than 20-year-olds who are horny and apparently want older women. We didn't. It makes me think, like, do we have a single like 20-something-year-old in this show that's like in it for like, oh yeah, I just want to find the one. I just want to find the one for me, and I feel like it's an older woman who's married and may or may not have kids. Like, that's so wild, dude. I'm gonna do the same thing I did last episode, and I'm gonna be like just awestruck by this show because it doesn't make any sense to me.
A soul connection is literally the most important thing to me. Like, I never put like an age on love per se. I'm looking for someone that really is so into bettering themselves that it like brings you up to a whole nother level.
That man is a freak. I never put a label on love. I never put an age on love. The way that sounded, like he would pick up a granny from a retirement home just like that. Like, no hesitation. That guy freaks me out. I don't know his name. I didn't look at the card, like the little name plate, but that guy freaks me out. I don't like him. I'll be honest with you. You know, sometimes I just have to sit and really contemplate what my life has come to. And it seems to be white trash television. And I'm indifferent, but never, not once was I like, yeah, this is going to be what I do for content.
I want the financially stable guy. I want the loyal guy. I want the guy that's going to be hands-on with their children and be there for their wives. I'm not going to settle for any less than that because I'd be selling myself short.
And listen, that is a good quality to have. Do I think that you should be looking for 40-year-olds? Probably not, because I feel like there's more implications to that rather than like, yeah, they have those traits, but they're a lot older than you, and they've kind of got their life set for them. They know what they're going to do, whereas you're like 20-something, and sometimes you may just not know what you're going to do next. And so I feel like that would create problems down the road, and that's why I'm like, 20-year-olds and 40-year-olds, do they really, mesh? Not really. Logically speaking. I mean, could they? Potentially. But from my point of view, in this show, no. I don't. That's just my personal opinion.
The wives will actually head off to their own house to do the same with these young men. So this is a whole escándalo, okay?
Okay, so we found out that they are in separate houses now. And I'm assuming at some point they will mesh together and talk about their findings, whether they've like, oh yeah, I talked to this one guy, or I slept with this one guy, or I gave head to this one guy, or I fucked this one girl, or I gave head to this one girl, or I just, like she said, scandal shit that should not be happening, because this show is a garbage fire. Like, it's a dumpster fire. I feel like, listen, look at her eyes right now. Those are not the eyes of a woman who's doing something right. She's doing it for the bag. As would I. I mean, you got me messed up thinking that I wouldn't be hosting a show like this for the bag? That's easy money. What do we... This show is so messed up, don't get me wrong, but like, I sign a contract, I'm getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'd be dumb not to take it.
When I look at these women, I am a little worried about dos, que yo creo que a él le pueden gustar.
Look around. This is who you will be spending the next month with.
Month? A whole month? This is rough. Oh. A whole month? Before you, like, see your significant other? Oh, no. Like, I just don't have any words. I'm just so... I don't... I just don't know, man. I don't know. This show is wild. And I just... I can't compute. I don't know.
Yes. Make the most of it. Explore every connection possible. Be open and honest with yourself, and most of all with each other, so that when the day comes, you can decide if you're going to continue in your marriage or leave it all behind.
How can they all just be like, yes, uh-huh, yep. No, you're completely right. How can they all be okay with the fact that she literally just was like, yeah, so you either stay married or, like, you get with one of these 20-year-olds and then shit's over and you don't have another chance. How can you be just, like, cool with that? I don't even know. I don't know. I haven't known this whole... Listen, I haven't known this whole time, and I still don't know. And I will never know. I'm not going to understand this show. I'm going to have so many questions, and it's just not going to be anything that makes sense to me. It never will. And I guess I just have to be okay with that. Listen, don't judge me. I don't have... like the premium on Peacock, so I'm still getting ads. And at this moment, I'm going to watch a 60-second ad of Flow from Progressive. See y'all in a minute. I'm going to be honest, we're having a little bit too much of a good time. Listen, there's 3 guys. From that picture, it looked like there was 3 beds. I'll let you do the math, but excuse me? What was that? Excuse me? What are we doing here?
Decided to make new memories.
Vamos a hacerlo a lo colombiano.
Okay, yeah, teach us the Colombian way.
Colombiano. Pa arriba, pa abajo, pa el centro, pa adentro.
We do that in Mexico. Once I get started, it doesn't.
Okay,
we're gonna keep going.
It
It always says it's never supposed to be that night, and then it ends up being that night.
I said it in the last one. She is such a party girl. And listen, no, I'm about to say there's nothing wrong with that, but she's married. There's something wrong with that. You can't be such a party girl if you're married. You shouldn't have gotten married then. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, she's like, once I start, I can't stop. That's a problem. You're married. But I mean, I guess it's not a problem here. My bets are on that she finds a dude here and is no longer with the black man. I think his name's Michael. I don't know. Toss up a picture of him again. Damn. He's looking good. Anyways.
Everyone talk about. Introduce. Exactly.
All right, I got you. You go after me. Okay, cool. My name's Jules, and I love to play guitar, love to sing, and I really like to do Kundalini yoga.
What was that? Repíteme, por favor. What was that? Kunale yoga? Look at her face. She's like, what the fuck is that? What does that mean? She's like, you freak. What is that? Excuse me? One more time. Come again?
My name's Jan. I'm 21 and I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada. Currently working construction and I do social media. I'm for sure open to love. I mean, if it happens, it happens. You know, if I meet the right one, and, you know, I'm down. Dating older women is appealing just because I feel like they lived life. Like, you know, they know what they want. Like, they have the experience, and I mean, it's cool to learn from other people.
This guy right here, he reminds me of a guy that I know, and if he's watching the video, he'll know. I'll leave it at that. But like, he reminds me of someone that I know, someone that's into older crowds, someone that's like, they got the experience, they got the knowledge, they know. Yeah. So hey, buddy, if you're watching, I see you. This guy, that guy in the show, that's you. Anyways.
My wife, she wanted to go, whatever, see what happened, explore younger guys, blah, blah, blah.
And how did you feel about that?
Cool.
You didn't care? like nothing?
No, I tell you, you got to the point, not at 20-something years old, but at 40s.
You get bored.
Not bored, but you let people be. You can't hold someone. You can't. You just, what do you want to do? After 4 kids and so many years,
after 4 kids and so many years, you decide now that you're like, yeah, now's the time to figure out if I want to be with a 20-something or not. Dude, that's the other thing. Like, what about these people that have kids? Like, that dude right there talked about having 4 kids. And he's 40, so like hypothetically, I can't remember his story exactly, but they definitely got married like 20-something. I'm assuming. Which means their kids are probably like max 18, 20-something. That's if they had kids right after they got married. They have 4 of them though. Like, dude, like, I couldn't imagine watching my parents on this show and being okay with it and just being like, yeah, this is fine. This is cool. Because this would throw me for a loop. Like, I can't imagine their kids in school right now being like, oh my gosh, I watched you watched your dad on Love for the Ages hit on some 20-something-year-old. She's like the same age as my sister. I'd be like, stop, please. Stop, please. No, I don't want to think about that. Don't do that to me. No. It would just be so bad.
I don't know if it's too soon for Never Have I Ever or...
How do you play that? I'm down.
Freak,
Never have
dude.
I
She's
ever
a
been in
freak.
a band.
Never have I ever had a threesome.
I don't know, but like, I feel like the girl in the pink dress who's married to Michael is gonna say that she hasn't but wants to.
Dang, okay.
I lost my virginity to this threesome, actually.
What?
That's my interesting fact.
Pero con la cara que ponen, like the
Sí,
face is
sí.
like, I never think you have a threesome.
Maybe you shouldn't have said gotten drunk in Mexico.
Oh.
Pause, because wait, hang on. She's got a thumb down. I don't know. Maybe the guy gave in. Maybe Michael gave in and he was like, you know what? Whatever's going to make you happy. And now I don't know. But I feel like a lot of these guys might be fronting. They might be like, oh yeah, I got to feel cool for these 40-year-old women. Yeah, I've had a threesome. I'm like, I feel like there's nothing cool about that though. Like, it just means that you had, for lack of a better term, emotionless sex. Maybe that's just me personally, but I'm like, you get into a threesome, like, that's just not, you're just doing it to do it. I feel like you're just like doing it to feel something, and it's not. Maybe I'm getting too real. Maybe let's just get back to the video. Let's calm down.
So I'm here because of my wife's idea. So she was.
It's always the wife's idea.
Yeah, it was her idea.
I feel
Yeah,
like
I
you're
was-
just saying that.
No, I promise you.
Like it was all her.
So with the conversations that I've had with my wife, one of the things that she says about me is that I am very boring, right? So, yeah, she says I'm boring.
She said you're boring?
Yes. I don't.
Why
I
does
don't.
she think that you're boring?
She's an extrovert to the extreme.
I mean,
That in itself sounds nuts. Like, even the husband realizes it. He's like, yeah, my wife thinks I'm boring because she is out every single night, is what I think he means by that. She's out every night. She's talking to dudes. She's doing whatever. Listen, the girl in the pink dress, she's a problem in my head. Like, that's just like, let's simmer down, because this is the same guy that I'm like, he's his age. He's 40. She's mentally 20. Maybe. She's still trying to go out. She's still trying to have fun every night. She's still trying to, like, throw some ass or whatever. But, like, that's not, you're married. You can't be doing that. So, yeah, that's my logic.
I think you probably feel very misunderstood and very unappreciated.
Have you been watching my life or something?
Yikes. Yikes.
Cheers.
These women are starting to, like, dude, that's what I imagine, is these women are just like vultures. Like, these 20-something-year-olds are vultures coming in, swooping around, being like, pew, 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 pew. I've picked apart your marriage. Now come look at me. It's just not going to end well. It's just not going to end well at all.
What makes you happy?
Oh, wow. That's such a loaded question.
Is it?
Fulfilling, like, some of my most wildest dreams. So some of that would be like traveling and really just living life, and kind of like to live a little bit on the wild side, but, you know, a little bit of adventure as well.
Listen, maybe I'm just misjudging this woman. Okay, but, like, at the same time, she's talking about when they were playing that game, never rode an elephant, I never, whatever. When's the part about never having a threesome come up? That's got to get brought up here, right? Like, it's got to happen. or, you know, maybe, listen, I could just be wrong. I could just be wrong. That is a very real idea. maybe I'm wrong about her. Maybe she's just like, listen, I just want to travel, and my husband doesn't want to, and he's just an at-home kind of guy, or he's very strict on financials and stuff like that. Maybe I'm just wrong, but that's fine. Anyways, the amount of times that I've said anyways this video. Anyway.
Is this something that is a deal breaker for me?
Yeah, I feel like riding an elephant is kind of like a deal breaker for sure. You know?
I do want to do a camel first. Maybe we should do a camel first in Dubai.
We should do a camel first? That was just
Well, maybe not sit together. I'm just saying, you said elephant.
Separate camels, but
there you go.
Same day. Okay. I'm done with that. To riding camels.
Yeah, definitely.
To just like, she's immediately like, I couldn't imagine sitting here with my spouse. Like, let's say Michael, and I can't remember her name, but let's say Michael and her make it out, and they're like, listen, I want to be with you. I wasn't messing with any of these guys in here, but like, imagine having to go back and like watch the show, because I mean, you guys are definitely going to watch the show. You wouldn't not watch it. And having to sit here and watch your wife like talk to this guy about riding camels and stuff, and being like, yeah, to riding camels, clink, and now they're like a thing. That's just so rough. That's so like, ooh.
You're a handsome guy.
Thank you.
Why here? Why are you single? Are you a toxico?
I think I'm just single just because I'm usually like just casual dating. I feel like I'm very like emotional, so like my emotions are there and my feelings are there, but then it never really lasts.
So she asked, are you toxic? He said, yeah. What? He just essentially went, yeah, like I have a whole lot of emotions, but then I feel like they eventually fade out. And I'm just like, I don't feel like it anymore. Buddy, you're on a show with 40-year-olds. They're going to have a whole lot of emotion. You can't just be like, I just dabble. I'll be fine. I'll just dabble around, you know.
Very cool, chill person, somewhat introverted, somewhat extroverted, ready to hurt some feelings to win the battle of love for sure.
If that's your focus, why are you here?
So I feel like right now I'm single, and this time before I go back to school, I just want to like take a chance and like have a new adventure and just see what happens.
That is so weird to be attending college and dating a 40-year-old. I don't know how common that is, but that sounds in itself just wild, because listen, Michael right here is probably doing adult things. He is very much a mature person, and he's doing his own thing. I don't know that this is okay for him to be dating a college student, because she's got classes, she's got parties, she's got things to be doing in her 20s, you know? Like, why in the world would a 40-year-old and a 20-year-old in college ever work? It's two very separate worlds that don't seem to mesh at all. Like, there's not a single part of their two worlds that combined, whether it's that, unless it's that he's hiring her for some kind of job. That'd be the only time that their two worlds combined. And other than that, it's unneeded. It's just unneeded. Like, this is just weird.
Have you ever dated an older man?
I haven't, but my last two relationships were 25, 26, and they were very much leaning on my shoulder, and like I like baby them in a way because I have like a very like motherly nature. But when someone isn't doing as much as I'm doing, like I'm in school, I'm working, and I feel like they're just like kind of chilling, doing whatever, it gets boring. And I feel like in a way I have like an old soul. Like I've always been much more mature for my age, so I feel like it's something I need to try.
I feel like there's a difference between old soul and actually being 40 years old. Because old soul, yeah, you can have those mentalities. You can have those like ideas of like, yeah, I need to work, I need to go to college, I need to make money so I can get a house and have a family. But people who are 40 have already done that stuff. They're already there. You're working to get there. Understandably, like you're just not that age yet, and you've got to make the time and the effort to get there. But someone who's 40 has already got there. Like, why would they to go from a marriage to someone who is trying to work to the point that you're getting to, it makes me think, why would you wait up? Why would you stop and make time for this person? And the sole purpose would have to be that you're attracted to them, because, like, why else? I mean, if you're not attracted to them, like, you're not going to wait up. So it's just like they're two completely different worlds, and I just feel like it's not going to end well. Like, even if they make it out of this house, hypothetically, it won't end well because it's, like I said, entirely two different worlds. It's not similar at all. You guys are like literal decades away from each other doing completely different things. This guy's already made his future, and you're working on making your future. It's just not going to work out. And that's no one else's fault other than, like, your parents, I guess, because, like, your parents made you at a certain time that they made you, but, like, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
So you're here because...
I think this is an experience that's needed. I think that after all the years that we've been together, you know, the ups and downs, we are strong.
All right, I've got to take a pause. Listen, if I'm being completely honest with you guys, I have to take a pause so I don't get copyrighted for the show, because I think I can only do like 30 to 45 second clips of the show before I get copyrighted, so I have to take pauses every once in a while. I'm assuming that this part is only Michael and the girl in the pink dress. I can't remember her name. But in all honesty, I might do this in stages, and it might only be like, this episode might only be Michael and that girl in the pink dress, because I just, you know, like, I think I've been recording for 36 minutes already, and so, you know what I'm saying? It just gets to be a lot when I go to edit, and I got to make sure that the clips are short and that I'm not gonna get copyrighted. So, continuing.
I would be lying if I said that there wasn't a possibility that it could mess it up, right? Again, some of those comments that she had made before, you know, saying that, you know, what if you were an extrovert, what would it be like? This experience allowed for her to see that in a controlled environment.
It's absolutely not controlled. No, like, no one is just going to be like, stop.
Right.
She said it right there perfectly. No one is going to say just stop, because it's not a controlled environment. Anything could happen. No one is going to stop what's going to happen, because they're looking to see what's going to happen. They're looking for something new because their marriage has bored them, or they've found problems in it. And that is exactly why I'm saying, just get a divorce. Just before you have even gotten onto the show, you should have gotten divorced, or you should have talked about it. This show is so godforsakenly toxic. It's just unreal to me. And the fact that even if, okay, let's go back. The girl in the pink dress that's married to Michael, the fact that she even asked if the guy was toxic. Hell yeah, he's toxic. He's on the show. What do you mean? He's trying to break up married couples. So is every other woman on this show. I'm at such a loss for this show. I just can't even listen. We're gonna pause here. I feel like we've heard enough from Michael and the guy in the pink dress, or the girl in the pink dress and the guy, that, like, next episode we'll move on to the next couple. But none of these marriages are gonna make it out alive. None of them. And listen, for any 20-year-olds watching this, don't do this. Don't do anything. This is an example. Don't do anything like this. Don't, because it's not going to end up well. You guys, like I said earlier, worlds apart. It doesn't end well. I can't imagine. And maybe we'll get to the end of the show, and maybe people will be like, oh yeah, I love this 21-year-old, and I'm 45. And it's just like, stop! What are you doing? No! Listen, we're not even about halfway through the first episode, so we got way more content to come if y'all are into this, and it seems like you guys are, so let me know in the comment section. And listen, I haven't said this in a video before, but subscribe, comment, like the video. That's going to help me, and that's going to help me get some more viewers. And okay, as much as I talk about hating this show, I do enjoy like just shitting on white trash TV. it's in my soul it's in my white soul to just talk about white trash TV. I can't help it. It's an enjoyment for me. So if you guys enjoy this, let me know. Subscribe, like, comment, and I will see you all in the next episode of White Trash Television. God, I hope this doesn't go anywhere.